You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairin' on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on us, flaring on us. Jet, we Ric Flairin' on us, flaring on us. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Ric Flairin', gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death. I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. One eye open like Fetty Wops and fine to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairin' on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairin' on us, flaring on us. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, Black Sun, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairin' on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairin' on us, flaring on us.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Phase, yeah, Bubba C, yeah, Ric Flairin' on them, Ric Flairin' on them, Ric Flairin' on them, Ric Flairin' son up, baby.
Hey, yo, Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you doing, we salute you. Hey, let's get it started. It's Backpack, Capital One. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for doing this. Look, bro, if you don't get on my line with that foolishness, voice of the swag, pull up where you at, no cap. If the Brody is speaking, it's all facts. My advice, tune in to every show. Captain Petty, but we know that the sergeant is with the smoke. Speculate, just tell me what is we doing. Get into it, okay, look, I'ma say this and keep it moving. My boy Scotty, man, he off for the leash. Black Brad, paying college, I'm glad that he called me. Walking cause we all been taught that talk is cheap. Even primetime knows Scott for the HBCU streets.
What is going on, everybody? You already know what it is. Your boy Scotty back with another one, man. Hope you all are having a wonderful day. You already know what it is. Your boy Scotty. Hey, listen, man. Can I start off with something real quick? I just, cause y'all.
These niggas prayed on my downfall.
Y'all did.
These These niggas prayed on my downfall.
Y'all did.
These niggas prayed on my downfall.
On
no 10, bitch, I stood
tall through it. I stood tall through it. Y'all prayed on my downfall, but I stood tall through it.
These niggas prayed on my downfall.
They did.
These niggas prayed on my downfall.
They did. Yeah, no. You prayed on my downfall, but your boy's still here in full effect. Huh? The return of the champ. Come on, man. We here. We in here. Full effect, baby.
These niggas prayed on my downfall.
They did. I just want y'all to know, man.
What's up, Bubs? You believe that? You hold on. Oh no. Do you believe that?
Do you believe now? I listen. I had to just sit back. And think. I had to get right. Because literally,
Shit, that nigga had me scared, but I held my own. Fuck that.
I was a little scared.
Shit, that nigga had me scared, but I held my own. Fuck that.
We was a little scared. But oh no, to the victor goes the spoils.
I got time today. I got time today. I got time. I got time. I got time today. I got time today. I got time today. I got time. I got time. I got time today.
Hey, I got time today. So today we're going over the takeaways of the game. Just some thoughts.
I got time today. I got time today. I got time. I got time. I got time today. I got time today. I got time today.
I got time today.
These niggas prayed on my downfall. Like what? These niggas prayed on my downfall.
Y'all did. Y'all did. It's okay. And do you know somebody had the nerve to tell me that the performance by Daniel Richardson was Jason Brown-esque? Somebody had the nerve to tell me that Daniel Richardson's performance was Jason Brown-esque.
These niggas prayed on my downfall. Like what? These niggas prayed on my downfall.
Come on, man.
I'm petty.
Come on.
I'm petty.
Stop it. Okay, we just stop the foolishness right now. Just stop the foolishness right now. But we're going to get into it today. Let's get into these slides, baby. Let's get into these slides today because, to the victor goes the spoils. And listen, I don't give a damn what y'all say in the comments. Oh, Scotty, I don't give two shits because if FAMU would have lost, all you ninjas would have been in the chat talking about some FAMU suck. FAMU trash. Scotty, you picked the wrong team. Norfolk this and Norfolk that. So I'm about to FAMU this and FAMU that because y'all niggas thought y'all had... No, sir. Y'all thought y'all had me. No, sir. Oh, no, sir. But y'all didn't. Gotta be quicker than that. You thought you had me. Oh, you thought you had me, but you didn't. And now it's your turn for week 1. All you guys, let's see what you're doing. Let's see what you look like week 1. I can't wait to see these other teams on week 1. What do they look like? See if they come out with a W. Miss me with it. Anyway, let's continue on. All right. You already know what it takes. Show sponsored by Elite 15 Coffee. You want to do things in an elite way, like win a game on week 0? Make sure you get some Elite 15 Coffee. Link is in the description below. Black-owned, veteran-owned business. Whatever you need, we got it, okay? Elite 15, okay? Leading the way all day. Elite 15 Coffee. Now, new show alert. Okay, new show alert. Listen, got the rebuttal with my guy, Kendrick Hooks, coming on Wednesday nights. Listen, you talk about Mr. D2 football, this is where it's at. You want to know everything D2 football, you want to know everything academic, school, it don't matter. He can talk about it. Make sure you tune into the rebuttal Wednesday night, starting this Wednesday night. All right, Kendrick Hooks will be live on OffScript with the rebuttal. Such a dope-ass name. Such a dope-ass name. All right, so breaking down all things D2 football, breaking down all things school-related, academic, HBC-related. I'm telling you, the guy's a man amongst boys when it comes to knowledge of what is going on in the HBC arena. Once again, the rebuttal with Kendrick Hooks. All right, make sure you guys tune into that as well. Also, tonight, 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock Central, you already know what it is, Outspoken. We gonna talk about Perry White picking those dark horses, because they still dark. Fam, you gave no light.
What's up, boss? You believe that? Hold on. Oh, no. Do you believe that?
Do you believe that? I do. All right, I do. So I appreciate you guys. Outspoken tonight, 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock Central. We're breaking down everything week 1 upcoming, all the games. We're talking about MEAC, talking about the cousins, talking about SWAC, doing all that. Also doing a quick review for the SWAC and MEAC challenge as well. Talk about what happened, what went wrong for those Perry White Spartans. Okay, for those Perry White Spartans. We're talking about it, all right? So make sure you tune in. And again, I say... You thought. But they just missed me. Ducking it. I'm good. So week of, but listen, I don't care. We could have won by 0.5 point. We won. Winning is winning. Unlike a lot of you Negroes out there, y'all might not even win your week 1 game.
These niggas prayed on my downfall. Like what? These niggas prayed on my downfall.
They did. But we came out victorious. That's all that matters. Now, you know me. Some things just hits my spirit and it bothers me. And, of course, it had to come from a Pothole State fan. And I have been trying not to use that word. But it just seems like I'm so confused for a program who is beneath FAMU, right? Because unlike Jackson State, FAMU completed the mission. They won the SWAC championship. They won the Celebration Bowl. They did that. So why are you Bama's hating? But Mr. Rodriguez, what kind of name is that? Are you Hispanic or are you black? I don't know. Anyway, FAMU, this is sad. Last year gone. Y'all brag about the wrong shit. See, he first of all, you in the wrong year. You can't talk about our last year. Our last year came with a Celebration Bowl victory. I'm still waiting for...
I got time today. I got time today. I got time. I got time. I got time today.
I'm still waiting for you to have one. I'm still waiting for you to have one, sir. Rodriguez. Checking other on your resume boxes. Black, American, Hispanic, other. Don't know what you are. Y'all brag about the wrong shit with the #1 recruiting. What you couldn't do last year. You don't remember that? See, it's different. See. This is why I can't deal with Pothole State fans. Because the narrative be changing and niggas don't want to take accountability for that. When you had the #1 FCS class, when you had the #1 high school recruiting class, what did you do with it?
I got time today. I got time today. I got time. I got time. I got time today.
Because the last time you was relevant was when who was there?
I got time today. I got time today. I got time. I got time. I got time.
I'm just saying. Now you want to bring up #1 recruiting classes, but what happened when you had yours? When y'all was guarding the yard and you losing at home.
I got time today.
See, I got time today.
I got time. I got time. I got time today.
I'm confused. How is your slogan guard the yard, but FAMU has the longest winning streak at home? How are you guarding a yard that everybody's coming in and shitting in? I'm just confused. I am confused, but once again, Prime, tell them what I got.
I got time today. I got time today. I got time. I got time. I got time today.
I got time today. I got it today. Oh, yes, sir, I got it. Let's get back to this crap. With the #1 recruiting class, this is all you can do against a team that was the bottom last season. Yeah, I'll brag on last year. It damn sure won't be. Oh. Why can't we not brag on our Celebration Bowl championship? See, this is what happens when people talk about something that they have no part of. Like, you don't understand what it means to brag about something that you won in the biggest game of the year because you never did what? You never won it. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. You never won it. Like, so you wouldn't understand what it means to celebrate it because you never won it. I mean, like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? But yet and still, you up here looking like No Neck Jay. You about 3 centimeters from being No Neck Jay. Worry about you and the potential loss of a neck. Yeah, you like New Orleans. New Orleans is just a couple feet away from being underwater. So is your neck. Sir. So let's focus on, get your priorities together. Get your priorities together. You only got a couple more years and it ain't going to be there. So enjoy it. Enjoy. Living very dangerously close to that line, sir. But again,
I got time today. I got time today. I got time. I got time. I got time today. I got time today. I got time today. I got time. I got time. I got time.
I got time today. I got time today. But, you know, we'll move on. Rodriguez. Now, let's get into what I wanted to talk about. Let's get into what I'm talking about. First of all, okay, let's go there. Let's go there, A&T Roy. First of all, you ninjas not even in the conference no more. So why are you bragging about championships when you in a whole different conference where celebration bowls mean absolutely nothing? You know what you are? You the ninja that move out the hood and then come back to the cookhouse talking about, oh yeah, I used to live right there. Yeah, I see they ain't do it like I did it. See, when I lived there, see, I had the grass cut. See, they don't even want to cut the grass. That's what you are. Y'all, you done move up to the suburbs. Why are you bragging about when you used to live here? Because when you was here, you didn't appreciate it. So I don't give a damn that you used to cut the grass. I don't give a damn that you used to have my up and down windows, automatic windows, that you had a Ring camera. I don't give two shits. You don't live here no more. Take that, go to the suburbs and talk about why you're the worst team in your conference. have that conversation. Go to the suburbs, meet them white families at the bus stop, and talk about why you getting your ass whooped in an all-white conference. And you ain't even sniffing a championship in football. Come on, man. It's not the same. Because you want to come back to the hood and talk about what you used to have. But you're not in the hood no more. You done made it out, remember? You done made it out. You good. You know what I'm saying? You got your new budget. You gone. Getting your ass whooped up there, too. The property taxes is killing you in them upstate streets. Uh-huh. You was getting subsidized checks down here. Now them property taxes whooping your ass. Whooping your ass. But again,
I got time today. I got time today. I got time. I got time. I got time today.
I got time. Today I got the time. I got time, cuz. Cuz I got time today, cuz. Right? I got time today, cuz. So stop playing with me. I got time today, cuz. I got time today. Anyway, let's get into this real football breakdown, because y'all playing with me. Y'all playing with me. My boy Derek, what's up, D? What's up? What's up, man? Good to see you in here. All right. Let's get to these takeaways. Number 1. Daniel adds another dynamic to FAMU, which they have not had in a long time. Let me break it down to you. Ryan Stanley, a gunslinger, not much of a runner. Rashawn McKay could run, not much of a gunslinger. Musa could throw, can throw, damn sure ain't running, right? Now you have Daniel. I wouldn't particularly call him a gunslinger, but he's capable of throwing and he's capable of running, right? Those 3 rushes for 32 yards were huge. His mobility, huge, right? Because it got them out of situations that would have been sacks. That touchdown he threw to Jamar Gasson in the back of the end zone, if that was Jeremy Musa, that's a sack. Let's just call a spade, right? Daniel Richardson adds a dynamic to this FAMU offense that they haven't had in the past years, right? The mobility, the leadership aspect. I think Daniel is a phenomenal leader. If you watch his press conference after the game, if you're a FAMUan or you're rooting for FAMU, you got to like this kid. And that is no shot towards Junior. Junior, I am always a fan. I always felt you should have got a chance, so I'm not going to tell you no otherwise. I think you're an amazing quarterback. I'm always say that. But for right now, what Daniel is for FAMU, I think he embodies what FAMU is. I really believe that, right? The way he said we don't lose at Bragg, you felt that. He understands the culture at wow. FAMU. Hope so. Woo! You didn't hear what you just heard. God. Anyway, okay. So, at FAM, he embodies the culture at FAM, right? So you got to love that about him. The press conference was amazing. His leadership in the tough times of that game is really what brought it out, right? The tough throws, the tough runs, you know what I'm saying? Just from what they were talking about, just keeping everybody cool, calm, and collective, right? Because you can get down on yourself. You could start worrying you don't have Willie, you don't have Musa, you don't have Terrell Jennings, you don't have Marcus Riley. Stuff can really start hitting you really quickly about what you don't have on this team, and then it comes back to haunt you, and now, you know, you're just down on yourself. And that this team never got there. They fought back. They got back into control, right? They got back in control of the game. They kind of pushed and pulled. If it wasn't for the Kelvin Dean fumble, this game is over in the beginning of the fourth quarter because Norfolk State didn't have enough to finish out the game. You know what I'm saying? So, but other than that, man, I think Daniel Richardson is what the doctor ordered, right? Daniel Richardson is what the doctor ordered. All right? So, love it. Number 2, listen. I'm telling you right now, the strength of this team offensively is the tight end position. You don't want to see None of these niggas, okay? Like, when it do, like, who are these niggas? Like, you know what I'm saying? Who are these niggas? You don't want to see none of these boys. These boys are legit. Fact, listen, Kobe Gross, Jeremiah Pruitt, Carter Johnson, these Bamas are good. And if I'm Joseph, I got to incorporate using tight ends into this year's FAMU. And if that means standing Jeremiah Pruitt up as a wide slot guy, standing him up, if it means going 2 tight end set, if it means just going double tight end and trips, I don't give a damn what you got to do. But these 3 Bamas got to be incorporated in the offense. It can't just be what it used to be in the past with Willie, where you got 5'10", 5'11" receivers just running all around the field like little midgets, just scattering everywhere. No. Jeremiah Gassett is good. Jalen Rogers is good. But these 3, this is a 3-headed monster that if Joseph Henry can use it the right way, because I say it every year, and if you've been watching me for longer than a day, I tell you, SWAC defenses do not cover the tight end. They don't. They haven't, and they still will not. So Joseph, please, for goodness sakes, please, use the tight end. This is the year of the tight end for FAMU. And Kobe and Jeremiah, and mind you, all 3 of these Bamas are graduate seniors. Are graduate seniors. Okay? They're seasoned. They've had to play. They know what it looks like. They know how to prepare. These aren't freshmen. These aren't sophomores. These are graduate seniors that are capable of making plays. Give them the opportunity. I would not, listen, these 3 guys are good enough to have over 300 to 400 yards per tight end. Now, if you just had Jeremiah and Kobe, that's simply like Baby Gronk and Aaron Hernandez type styles. Like, that's how good these guys are, right? They could be impactful like that. I would not be surprised if they just go Kobe and Jeremiah, that each one of these guys could have about 400 to 500 yards of receiving. That is how deadly they are. That is how deadly they are. So it's tough. This is a tough group. This is a really tough group. And FAMU really needs to lean into this group more. And I think having Daniel, his seasoned ability, him being a senior, these graduate seniors, this is an old team. This isn't a young, spiry team. This is a very old team. And you can make changes on the fly. Cozy talked about how Daniel came back and telling them what he saw and things like that and what they should do. So the leadership of Daniel plus the leadership of these guys being graduate seniors, I'm telling you right now, this has the potential to be a very, very, very scary offense if it's used in the way that it, to me, can make it more dynamic, which is standing up the tight end, right? Or putting him in line and using him out the backfield, or doing bootlegs with the tight ends, adding that dynamic into the offense because it's there and they have the ability. These guys have the ability to make plays, right? So it's special. It's definitely special, all right? Number 3, FAMU has got to find a guy at defensive end, right? So the same thing I said about Powell State last year, which I was correct on, which most times I am, that they didn't have a guy at defensive end, and it really costed them, right? I think it's the same thing with FAMU. You've had the Isaiah Lands. You had the Anthony Dunns, right? You had these guys that were perennial guys that got you and made plays. FAMU has to find a guy at the defensive end. I like James Ash. I think he's a great interior guy. Eric Horn, I think he's a great hybrid. Give you a little linebacker, give you a little safety, right? Give you a little rover. I think he's great. But FAMU has got to find a guy at the defensive end position. right? It's all great and dandy to be a collective, a team collective, but you still, when you need a play, you got to have a DN to go make you a play, right? Because I can double team Ash in the middle. If I can slide over my coverages or whatever, got to find the guy at the defensive end position and going forward in this team to be effective. And last but not least, listen, coaching is not lacking at FAMU. Now, I've said this multiple years. Coaching in the SWAC is egregious. It is absolutely egregious. It is ass, especially offensively, right? Defensively is but offensively is just complete ass, right? I think Anthony Whedon's going to make that better. I think Joseph Henry's going to make it better as well. I don't trust the Bama at Alabama State, so I'm going to leave that where that is. I think he might be ass. I don't know who the Bethune-Cookman OC. I think he's going to be ass. Southern's OC, Mark Frederick's probably going to be ass. Dooley, it's going to be a little iffy. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's going to be coaching is not lacking at FAMU. And this is why I say that. It was because as you watched the game, you saw a first-time DC, a first-time OC grow with the game. I'm going to say that again. You saw a first-time DC and a first-time OC grow with the game. As the game went on, they made adjustment after adjustment after adjustment to find out what fits this team. This isn't Willie and this isn't Ryan where the team knows what they're going to run. They know what they do. We do it very well. That's not the case here. The case is this. The case is that in the first half, the defense ran a certain type of stunts. It didn't work. They made the changes necessary. Norfolk averaged about 2 yards a carry after the changes. Joseph Henry, the offense was super stagnant in the first half. In the second half, they opened it up, spread it out, gave Daniel the room to make decisions. It got better, and you saw it flow more. So you didn't see the points come in the second half like you did in the first half, right? But it looked better. It flowed better, right? It seemed like, I'm telling you, if it wasn't for the Kelvin Dean fumble, this game is over. There is no decision on the two-point conversion. There is none of that if Kelvin Dean doesn't fumble. And Coach Cozy all week needs to be ball security. Kelvin Dean, Jamari Gassett, I need ball security. Ball security, baby. All right, so, but at the end of the day, you saw the growth in the game. You didn't see people running what they run because they feel it's going to work. You didn't see coaches oblivious to what was going on in the game, so they just ran what they wanted to run. Oh, this is going to work, or we're going to stick to this. They didn't do that. And that is the mark of good coaching and understanding, okay, listen, this is not working. Let's go away from it. Let's change it. And it's too many times I've seen in the SWAC that we run what we run, and sooner or later it's going to break through. We saw it with Dooley last year. We see it with Mark Fredericks in the run game, right? Just run. It's like, bro, like they're stopping it. Do something different, right? Alabama State, halfback, direct snap. I'm like, the shit ain't working. Do something different, right? So it's that aspect it's the aspect that they have at FAMU that they're willing to make changes. And I'm going to give a shout out to Coach Cozy. And I said it on the live stream when I was doing the watch party. I appreciated the fact that Coach Cozy got with the defense and was over there drawing it up in the huddle, all those type of things, because why? He's a defensive guy. It was no different than what Willie would be doing with Jeremy Musa. If he was having a bad time or having a bad go at it, he would step aside, talk to him. He would step aside, go talk to the offense. He's an offensive guy. I'm going to go talk to my guys. Cozy's a defensive guy. He went to go talk to his defense. That's what you're asking guys to do, right? That's really what you're asking guys to do, and that's what they did. So you got to give them credit for that, for the growth of the coaching as the game went along. Got to give it to them. All right. Now, 4 takeaways from Norfolk State. And again, make sure you like the stream, guys. Appreciate everybody for being in here today. Let me see. All right, here we go. All right, 4 takeaways. Oh, Jesus, I gotta get that fixed. Number 1, Norfolk is a talented team. And talent doesn't always mean that you come out with victories, right? I can tell you that with Grambling, with Hugh Jackson last year. I kept telling people, Norfolk is a talented team, and I kept telling people Grambling is a talented team. Does not mean that you're always going to come out with wins. But I'm telling you, just like I'm telling you then, Norfolk State is a very talented team. Now, I think they're limited in certain areas. I think they're limited at the quarterback position until Otto Coons comes back. I think I won't say they're limited on defense, but I do think they have a ceiling on defense. They have a ceiling, right? So, but they are, at the end of the day, they're a talented team. And when you're in the MEAC and all you have to do is win 4 to 5 games to be in a conference championship game or to be in the Celebration Bowl, they don't do a conference championship game, but to be in the Celebration Bowl, that gives you an opportunity to win. And I'm going to say this again. If Otto Coons is the Norfolk State starting quarterback, this game is very much different. Otto Coons and Jalen Daniels are night and day. And Otto Coons makes that Norfolk State team a little bit more dynamic. And I don't know if FAMU has enough in the tank to stop Otto Coons as well as Kevon King to powering their team to a victory, right? So, number 2. Hey, listen. This Bama's special. Kevon King is damn special. And I am going to be completely shocked if he's at Norfolk State next year. This kid is a Power 5 back. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. When you're telling me, when every time somebody touches the ball and you're scared or worried that they're going to go to the crib, you're different. You are different. There's not a back that I've seen since I've been in this time other than LaDinian Brooks that I'm telling you, if he touches the ball, he's going to the crib. Like, if you give him daylight, he's gone. It's not many backs in HBCU football. Elijah Burris is one of them. Kevon King is another one, right? I'm trying to think of any other back that I can think of right now that I've seen. It ain't too many of them. It ain't too many of them. And I'm telling you, every time this kid touched the ball, I'm like, oh, get him down. Just trip him. I don't give a damn. Trip him. That's how good this kid is. And if Norfolk State can just be a little bit more balanced, right? And that goes into my number 3. If Norfolk needs more from the QB, they got to get a little bit more balanced. Or Irv Mulligan is not that nice. You can say whatever you want, TJ Keaton. You dick riding for Jackson State right now. Irv Mulligan is nowhere near Kevon King. Let's not even play that game. Listen. Irv is nice. There's levels to this. Okay? There's levels to this. Irv is nice. Irv is like your tier 2, tier 3 running back. Kevon King is a tier 1 back starting for a Power 5 program. That is Kevon King. They not even in the same category of niceness, okay? So let's not even do that. And it's not even the fact that he's a Jackson State running back. It's not even that. It's just the fact that he's not on Kevon King's level. It's not a lot of guys that are on Kevon King's level. They just not. They just not. And that's just across the SWAC. Until I see something different, that's across. The only other back that is in this category is Elijah Burris from Hampton. That's it. Those are the only 2 guys right here, right now, that if I had an opportunity, I'm drafted in my fantasy football league. I'm drafted in my fantasy football league. Period. I don't know if Ezra Gray. Ezra Gray was nice. I don't know if he's Kevon King nice. That's all I'm saying. All right. That's all I'm saying. So, Ezra Gray nice, though. He nice. He was nice. But Norfolk needs more from the QB, right? Because when you slow up the run, and that's all FAMU had to do. All FAMU had to do was slow up the run, right? And you put the burden on Norfolk to make throws consistently. You see where it faltered at, right? And I'm also going to say this, and this goes back to Odoms and his offensive coordinator. You gotta sprinkle in a different style of running, right? Like, don't get me wrong. Listen, the power pool was working. The power trap was working. I'm not taking anything away from that, right? But at the end of the day, you could add some wrinkles. You could add a toss sweep. You could add a jet sweep. You could add bubble. Like, it was just like, run it again. Power trap. And I'm like, okay, I get it. It's working. But when it stopped working, where are the other wrinkles in the run game? Right? Where's the counter? Where's the speed option? Where is the toss sweep? Right? I mean, I just didn't see the wrinkles in the running game. Like, the running game was working. I'm not telling you to go away from it. All we're saying is just do a little something different. Make it look different. Right? Like, because FAMU kind of got hip to what you were doing, and you never kind of went away from it. Oh, Jada Bowers. I got to give you that. Jada Bowers, too. Yeah. Jada Bowers, yeah. I'll give you that. Jada Bowers is like that, too. Yeah. Jada Bowers is like that, too. Right? So that's the thing for me. Is just, I was just like, give me, if I'm being objective, I was like, come on, man, like, give me more run, but just make it look different. Add motion, add a shuffle pad, anything, right? So I think if they add more from the QB and they get a little bit more dynamic in the run game, this has a recipe for disaster for the MEAC. Because once again, and this goes to my last point, you guys have a problem with understanding a team is bad and a team doesn't know how to close. Those are two different things, right? Let me give you an example. NCAT is bad. They suck, right? Norfolk's team just does not know how to close out games. That's a difference. And if you understand football, you get it. You really understand what I'm saying to you if you understand the concept of football. If you're telling me a team last year lost 6 games by less than a touchdown, that is telling me they are competitive. They just don't know how to close. NCAT was getting mollywopped. Norfolk wasn't losing by 20, 21, 18 points. They lost 6 games by less than a touchdown. And I think 3 or 4 of them were like 2 points or less. That is not a bad team. That is a team that does not know how to close out games. It is a difference. And once again, it came to bite them in the ass that they don't know how to close out games. That's the issue. So people are saying, oh, they're ranked last. And all. Delaware State is bad, right? They played Hawaii really well, by the way. So I want to give Coach Lee Hall credit for that because I ain't giving no credit for it. But Delaware State is bad, right? They played Hawaii really well, though, but they're bad. That's a difference, right? Delaware State is bad. North Carolina A&T is bad. Norfolk State is not a bad team. It's you got to figure out how to close the game. And let me say this, and I was just about to go there. Let me say this. I didn't have a problem with the 2-point conversion. I really did not. I'm all for it. The only problem that I had, and it goes back to Dawson Odoms, is that I'm telling my quarterback is the guy who got us to the finish line is the guy that's going to get us over it. And the ball has to go to Kevon King. And I'm telling Kevon, listen, we're coming to you. Go be great. Very simple. It's not hard. I'm telling Kevon King in the huddle, they know you getting the ball. We know you getting the ball. Go be great. And if FAMU stops them, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. Because I gave my best player the ball in the biggest moment to make him go make a play. I'd rather die with that than die with Jalen Daniels. What? Jalen Daniels trying to win the game, though, sir. Sir, you had 5 passes. You better not try to win the game. That's what I'm looking to do. That's me. That's me. If you want to do the tush push, that's fine, right? If you want to do the tush push, but at the end of the day, I'm doing it with Kevon King. I'm not doing it with Jalen Daniels. I'm sorry, I've seen film of Jalen Daniels fumble the snap. I seen it with my own eyes. I showed you on film. Some players are made for the moment and some players are not. And Jalen Daniels is not made for the moment. I got to give the ball to Kevon King. And that's a damn good analogy. God damn, that's a good analogy. He overthought it. It's simple. 1 yard, I'm going to Kevon King, and we just calling it a day. That was my biggest issue. It wasn't. Listen. I love the gutsiness of it. I absolutely love the gutsiness of it. Right. I love it. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? You gotta live with it. You gotta live with the decision. And it was a great game. It was a great game. You got to give credit where credit is due. It was a great game. Got to give credit. And let me go to my one more thing. All right. Once again, call lines are open. 518-263-8124. 518-263-8124. Call lines are open. Let me say this. You got to give credit to Joseph. Shout out to my – listen, bro. Y'all going to put some respect. I don't even know who this dude is. Put some freaking respect on this dude's name. Listen, thank you for posting that Delaware State and Hawaii game. I got to watch that. Thank you so much because I think he runs MEAC Football Live as well as HBCU Football Live and SWAC Football Live. He runs all them shits, right? So thank you. Thank you. I got to watch that game. I watched it last night with the wife. Well, I was watching it. She was in the bed with me, but you know what I'm saying? So shout out to you, man. Thank you so much. Right? One more thing. You got to give credit to Joseph Henry in having a 6-minute offense. 6-minute offense? Like, it's really called a 4-minute offense. 6 minutes. They held that ball to close out the game with a 1-point lead. You got to give credit where credit is due. And from the beginning of the game to being able to close out the game with a 6-minute offense, you got to give credit where credit is due. That is growth. In 4 15-minute quarters, Joseph Henry went from being inept to closing out the game with 6 minutes on the clock. That's next level. It's next level. Got to give kudos, got to give credit where credit is due. Absolutely, man. So those are my takeaways from the MEAC SWAC Challenge. Love to hear your thoughts. 518-263-8124. 518-263-8124. All right, Joe, I'm coming to you. Listen, before I need you to say a few words. I want to make sure everybody can hear you before you keep going. So I'm about to open the call lines up right now. What's up, Joe?
Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. 1, 2. Can you hear me good?
Yeah, I can hear you. Guys in the chat, please let me know if you can hear Joe. All right, go ahead,
All right, Scotty. I was at the game. I don't too much care for the FAMU quarterback.
Okay.
He throws the deep ball real well. He throws that deep ball. His short passes, he look like he jumps when he's throwing the pass, like he's trying to jump over something when he's throwing the short passes, and he eyes his players down a lot. I think that's gonna kill him, hurt him in the long run. Eyeing his players down a lot, and when he throws the short pass, it look like he's jumping. He got to be about 5'6", 5'7". He real small, man. That's all I want. That's all I got to say. I don't know your take on that.
You know what's funny? I disagree with you. I think, and shout out to my boy Joe, been rocking with me for a long time. I disagree with Joe. I think his deep ball is lacking. I do. I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you. Like, I think his deep ball is lacking. But I do. He did throw a good one that I think AC Cole or AC Eon or Eon Cole, whatever his name is. He dropped. I mean, just flat out drop. Put it in the bread basket. Dropped it. So it looked the opposite for me. I think the deep balls are a little sketchy, but anything that, I keep telling y'all, anything 25 and down, Daniel's going to hit that any day of the week. It's going to be easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So I'm just going to go a little double take on that. But he looked good when he needed to look good. He ran when he needed to run. And I think right now, I mean, he's just a solid quarterback. He's solid. All right. I mean, what's that banner from Boston College? Castanopoulos, right? Like, he ain't him. Or, he ain't the Bama from the Arizona Cardinals, Kyler Murray, where he's like, Mr. Speedy Box. Like, because usually when you're 5'10 or 5'9, you're like super quick and super shifty. Like, that's not him. He's built like a fullback. You know what I'm saying? So it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I think he played well. That's just my personal opinion. So he said he was at the game. He said he was at the game. Let me see. It says Richardson went all through his reads and picked the defense apart. People don't like the way he's built. He's by far the best quarterback in the SWAC. I still give that title to Miles Crawley. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. I still give that title to Miles Crawley as being the best quarterback in the SWAC. But he's up there. You gotta put him up there, top 5 at least, right? Just off his production at his production, and what he's done on higher levels. Like, no other quarterback in the SWAC can say they did it at a better level. Like, no quarterback in the SWAC has been as productive as he has at the higher levels. And that has to come with some kudos because, being 5'10 at a higher level, being competent, having over 60% completion percentage, that's not to scoff at, right? And I'll say this. If he was at any other school, they would be saying the same thing, that, hey, what other quarterback has had success at the FBS level at 2 different programs with over 60% completion rate at being 5'10"? Got to give credit where credit is due. All right, Rocky, coming to you.
Hey, man, I thought it was a great performance by Daniel Richardson. Scotty, I tried to look back in my memory of another efficient quarterback performance in the SWAC over the last 4 years since I've been watching it. Outside of maybe Shador, yeah, maybe some games by Akil Glass, but that was really a lot of volume passing. What Akil would be doing, I can't remember one. You guys probably can think of something out there, but I'm saying outside of Shador, that was one of the most efficient quarterback games I've seen in the SWAC since I've been watching. And so I liked what he brought. I liked what he brought to the game. I would even say this, and I would say this. I don't know that Musa could have pulled it out the fire if it was not for Will. If Willie wasn't on the sideline.
I agree with you. I 100% agree with you. I had the same conversation with Mr. Campbell, but go ahead, you finish your point, and then I'll piggyback off what you're saying.
No, I said without Willie, I don't think they could have pulled it out the fire if Musa was quarterbacking the game the other day.
The reason I agree with you is, and I told Mr. Campbell this. I said Musa throws a pick at a pivotal point that puts you behind the 8 ball, right? Daniel Richardson didn't put you in the fire. He never put you in the fire. He brought you out of it. But I think as Musa is bringing you out of the fire, he's going to trip and stumble in putting you back into the fire with a pick, with a bad sack, with just something with a bad play that would have made you like, damn, like right now, Musa, like shit, we got like 8 minutes left in the game and you want to do that, or you want to fumble, or you want to sack. Like it's just those type of plays that Musa would have put you in that he would have had to pull you back out of the fire that Daniel never put you in.
Yeah, and you know what? Now, one thing I kind of found I went to the press conference. And Cozy, now he may have just been bullcorning, but he said that they went in this game with the intent of running the football down Norfolk State, and they just wasn't able to do it early in the game. And it looked that way. It looked like they were trying to like almost force the run, and play Daniel Richardson as a straight drop back passer. And I just don't think that's his game. I think he's a guy that is a true dual threat. He needs to get the ball on the run. He needs to get the ball moving. He needs the rhythm passing game, quick screens, all that kind of stuff. And for whatever reason, they didn't give him much of an option to run. That's what I thought was going to get him back on track, was him running the football with the RPO game. But they never went to that. And thinking back, do they even have it in their playbook when Willie was, if they're using Willie's system? Because I haven't seen Willie operate with a quote-unquote running quarterback. Did you think they should have ran him more early in the game to kind of establish the run game?
Yeah, I think you just need to give the defense another look, right? Like I love, and that's why I felt like, and it's the same thing for Norfolk State. If you add Otto Coons into that discussion, now FAMU also has to worry about a mobile quarterback that's able to move. That white boy can move, right? Otto Coons can move. And I think it's the same thing with FAMU. If you add the dynamic of Daniel Richardson, because he pulled one of them and got like about 15, 20 yards on the run, right? So if you add that dynamic, it makes the defense have to think a little bit more, which I always am a component of. Me personally, I like the RPO passing option out of it. I love that I don't want to say old school, but I love that system where RG3 ran in Washington, and with Alfred Morris, it was Alfred Morris, and they would literally, he would just throw it right behind the linebackers as they came up for the run, right? So I think if you add that element with the tight end play that FAMU has, with the ability of Daniel Richardson to process and throw it very quickly, I think that can add another dynamic to this offense that we really haven't seen from FAMU before, with a heavy RPO style mixing into all the, the Willie Wheels, the running back out the backfield, the deep shots, the deep ends, the corners, all that type of stuff that a Willie Simmons offense has.
Well, let me ask, this is the last thing I want to say. I agree with you, Scotty, but this is the last thing I want to ask. Because I was listening to some guys last night talk about the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they were coming from the mindset of, like, Norfolk is not that good, and FAMU actually played down on Saturday. I didn't see it that way, but I wanted to get your opinion. I thought it was two well-coached teams, two prepared teams, had a very competitive football game. But people last night on ABC Nightly were saying that Norfolk wasn't that good and that FAMU was gonna have trouble moving forward if they since they struggle with Norfolk. I don't see it that way. I thought Norfolk was prepared. I went and looked at them. Norfolk looks the part. They looked the part. I was up close to them. They looked the part, and I was like, maybe I'm just giving Norfolk too much credit, but I think, FAMU being able to pull that victory out of the jaws of defeat against a team like that bodes well for their season this upcoming season. Other people didn't see it that way. I just want to see how you see it, and I get off this.
My thing is, when it comes down to somebody saying that FAMU played down, I think it's like going on a first date with a girl. You see what her picture is on Tinder. You see what her picture is on Bumble or Black or whatever you're on. Until you meet her in person, you do not know what she is. That's literally what week 0 is. That is what week 1 is for everybody. Everybody is on a Tinder date. I know what you did last year. I know what you look like last year. But you got all these new players. You don't know who you recruited that's going to pop up and stand out. You don't know. So for people to say that FAMU played down to Norfolk, that is disingenuous to what Norfolk and Dawson Odoms is building. It just is. Nobody knew what Norfolk was going to look like. We knew they were going to run the ball because that's Dawson Odoms. We didn't know how it was going to look. We didn't know how Jalen Daniels was going to look. We didn't know what the wide receivers were going to look like. We didn't know any of that. So any team in the first half could have been caught by surprise by the style of play that Norfolk was running, because let's be very clear, you don't see that style of play in the SWAC. I don't give a damn if you're talking about Alabama State. I don't give a damn if you're talking about Bethune-Cookman. You don't see that style of play in SWAC. You do not. So it would have caught any team by surprise. Point blank, period. Straight power football, power trap, however you want. No team sees it on a constant basis like that. It would have caught anybody up by surprise. Right? So at the end of the day, it's all the only way to me that FAMU goes down and you're like, damn, is that they lose. What a good team does is a good team finds a way to win. That's what good teams do. Bad teams find a way to lose. So yes, they got caught slipping. Yeah, they got a haymaker in the first round. They got off the mat, they fought back, and they end up winning the game. That's all you can ask from a championship team. And I will pitch this to any guy, any team that is supposed to win the game. I'll give you a perfect example. Let me see. If Auburn gets down 14-0 to Alabama A&M, right? Like, you don't know how it's going to happen, but if it happens, you can't be like, oh my God, Auburn's ass, if they came back and won the game 28-14 or 35-14, right? Like, the game is 4 quarters for a reason. But what I would pitch to people back to you is, when you're going into your week 1 game, not knowing anything about the team that you're going against, what do you expect your team to look like? Because all you have going into a week 1 game that you have not scouted, that you have not seen any film on, all you can do is what you've been practicing over your summer. So you're going in with the game plan to say, hey, this is what I think we do very well. We're going to try to establish that. If you do not establish that, then you go back to the lab and say, hey, we got to change. If you're not able to change, that's what makes you a sorry-ass team. It's very simple. Football is not hard. It goes back and forth. This is how football works. I come into the game trying to establish what I do. If establishing what I do gets me 14, 17, 7 or 17, 10, and I'm up at half, that's great. If I come back after half and the team that I'm up against has adjusted to what I've done in the first half, if I'm not able to adjust, then that makes me a sorry-ass team. That's what you guys have a hard time understanding, is you don't even understand the basic logic of football of if you make an adjustment towards me, can I then make the adjustment back towards you? So however you want to describe what FAMU did not do or how they played, they made the adjustments necessary to come out with the victory. Can you say otherwise for your team? That's what it boils down to. Could your team have made the adjustments to have won the game starting off 14-0? You're looking at it the wrong way, period. And that is for any team for week 1. It's not just for FAMU. That's any team. If NCCU gets up 10-0 on Alabama State at halftime or 10-7, can Alabama State make the adjustments necessary to then put themselves in a lead? And if they do, can NCCU then make the adjustments that they need to go up? That's how football works. It's all chess. It ain't checkers. And too many of your head coaches are playing checkers, and they suck. 1454 coming to you. Hey, caller, you live.
Hey, what's going on, Scotty? How you doing? This is Calvin Carter.
What's up, Calvin Carter? How you doing?
Pretty good. I was at the game. We were at the MEAC SWAC Challenge. It was an amazing atmosphere. Here's one thing that no one really noticed. The OC from Norfolk State was the OC from Alcorn. So when I was watching the game, literally, it was like watching Alcorn over and over again. So when they had an opportunity to kick a field goal as opposed to go for 2 points, everybody was like, yeah, they should go for 2. I said, they only have 8 plays, and FAMU knows all of them. So it didn't make any sense. And when I say it was like play for play, it was like watching Alcorn. RPO, throw. RPO, throw.
Yeah.
And to FAMU's credit, I think they have 28 newcomers out of the portal from Power 5 or larger schools, and then another 6 or 7 guys from what we would call like a Wyoming or UL Monroe. And I do give them credit for working with what they had. So on one hand, like you said, FAMU adjusted to the point, came out in the second half. I think they were very conservative. They could have really, scored a few more touchdowns. But all in all, Odom is going to get exactly what he's going to get for fooling with that OC that got Fred fired.
So is Elliot Rodden? Elliot Rodden's the OC at Norfolk State?
It's either Phillips or Ratton was the play caller for Norfolk State.
Hey, listen.
And he came from Alcorn.
I like Phillips. Now Phillips had Aaron, what's that boy's name? Your quarterback last year. Aaron Allen.
Yeah, he had him looking real nice.
Hey, he had Aaron Allen looking real nice. Elliot Rodden, I'm not a fan of. That Bama's ass. He's ass. But Aaron Allen, Phillips was pretty good. I won't even dog Phillips. I like what Phillips did for what it was. But I agree. If it's Elliott, yeah, I agree with you. If it's Phillips, I'm like, the thing is this. The thing
it's actually Phillips, but he's predictable.
Okay. This is the conundrum that I have with OCs that I like that end up going places that kind of don't benefit them. You're still at the is it behest or bequest or whatever? It's a fancy word, like behest. You're at the behest of the head coach. Odoms is a run first guy. That just is what it is. And if you saw what Phillips did with Aaron Allen at Alcorn, he has some passing game in him. So, but to the behest of the head coach, he has to do what Odoms wants him to do. So if Odoms is like, run the ball here, you gotta figure out a run play. Now, you got to give Phillips credit is he ran something, and until FAMU stopped it, he kept running it, which I'm always a component of. If they can't stop it, you keep running it, right? But when they stopped it, can you make the adjustment to then continue on? And you saw bits and pieces of it, because if you remember, stay with me, when FAMU got up in the second half, I was shocked how quickly Norfolk State went to the pass, and they got right down to the red zone really fast and kicked the field goal. You remember that? Like, it was in the third quarter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So to me, they have Jason Phillips has the ability to call the passing plays, but at the end of the day, you still gotta fall underneath that head coach and what he wants you to run. And if anybody doesn't know Odoms is a micromanager of some coaches. I remember him being a micromanager of the white boy that left Southern. That he left Southern. I can't remember. God dang, his name is slipping my mind right now. The white boy, I like that white boy too. But he does oversee the play calling to be like, hey, run here. Hey, let's keep it going or whatever. So as much as, we want to get on the OC, I still think Odoms has a bit to play in that of just saying, hey, let's run the ball right here. Hey, it's not broke. Don't fix it. Let's run the ball right here. Okay. So it is what it is. And then at the end of the day, you saw Jalen Daniels. He's not special at the quarterback position, so you still got to protect him as well, right? So, overall, I don't think it was a bad play calling game. What I would ask of Norfolk going forward is give me more wrinkles in the running attack. Just make it look a little different, and I think you could be better.
Yeah. I will say this, though. I genuinely think this is my first time seeing Norfolk. I've seen Odom a lot at Southern. They really were impressive on a lot of facets. Their fans were awesome. The band was really good. They brought out I think it was a nice mix to have FAMU and Norfolk State there. And moving forward, and I know this is probably a different conversation, it's interesting. There was an energy around the whole MEAC SWAC challenge that led me to believe that this is like a plant that's potted. And, our parents would say, if you're going to make that plant grow, you're going to have to repot it into a bigger thing.
Yeah.
Something tells me they're trying to keep MEAC SWAC and Celebration Bowl inside of a bubble, because it doesn't look like they're really trying to make it grow. It looks like they're more upset. I think ESPN got it just to hold on to it so nobody else could have it. Because the product, which is this HBCU product, has the potential to be amazing from a marketing and growth standpoint, but it looks stagnant to me. And I've been there the last 4 years. It looks stagnant. Sure, there were some things that looked bigger and larger, but the combination of the FAMU alumni base in Atlanta, coupled with Norfolk State coming on a short drive, kind of made for a really, really good situation.
I like it. I hope you're wrong on that. Because I think the excitement for the MEAC SWAC Challenge is growing, because it's really becoming, a rivalry situation to where it's like, hey, we need to win this game, or don't lose it for the SWAC, or all, you know what I'm saying? So I think it is growing in its admiration. Like, fans are clamoring for the game because they want to make sure, hey, like, let's protect the SWAC, or let's bring the MEAC back on top. So I think it's a lot of avenues, a lot of storylines to go with the game as well.
Well, the wire-to-wire piece is the one that I really like. I don't think anyone has ever gone wire-to-wire and won the MEAC SWAC Challenge and then made it to the Celebration Bowl and won. So that was one of the things that we are really wanting to see. If you can go wire-to-wire and show back up and win it.
That'd be nice.
And run that would be nice. That's nice. Everything. So I think they got Southern and Alabama A&M coming, or Southern and North Carolina Central. We're going to see how Southern draws. North Carolina Central always does well in Atlanta. But I'm really looking forward to this. We got Alcorn State at UAB on Thursday night. Probably not going to be a good ratings because it's button heads with North Dakota State, Colorado. So we'll see. But I think the SWAC really, has done well. FAMU represented well. New quarterback is nice. I like it.
I agree with you. I like him too. Appreciate you, Mr. Carter.
All right. Talk to you soon.
Anytime. Listen. Let me, PV Lionel, I know you're in here. Let me ask you a question. Because we can say that PV is better than Texas Southern. If PV beats Texas Southern by 1 point, what does that say about PV? That's all I'm at. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, let's just keep a buck, like a spade. Let's call a spade a spade. If you beat Texas Southern by 3 points, What does that say about PV? Does that mean PV sucks? Like what does the score need to be like PV's back or PV's good or PV's going to have a great season? Because all I'm saying is this is because you could beat Jackson State to where you blow out South Carolina State and you lose 4 games at home that a few of them you probably should have won, right? Like that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of you guys are just really talking like y'all are being super emotional because of your team. And it's not even me about taking up for FAMU. I'm just giving you football analysis of what would make that, what would tell you that PV is ready to take that next step, to take it all the way to the SWAC championship. If you beat Texas Southern by 10, if you beat Texas Southern by 15, I mean, what does it mean? That's what I'm saying. If you win by 1 point or if you win by 21, because then people are going to start breaking down Texas Southern saying they do have a new coach. They do have a new squad. You're supposed to be like, that's what I'm saying, man. Like there's the variables and the storylines are always going to play up and down no matter what the team is. So Bama's getting here talking about Bama's are making excuses for FAMU. That's not the case. We're breaking down. I'm breaking down the game as it came foot. And I'm telling you, the biggest thing for me is I saw a championship team make adjustments. That's what I saw. I saw a championship team make adjustments. And at the end of the game, it is what it is. And I will tell you one thing. If PV beats Texas Southern by 1 point, they're going to say, it doesn't matter. It's a win. If PV beats Texas Southern by 3 points, they're going to say, it doesn't matter. It's a win. That's exactly what they're going to say. Because if you have hopes of being a SWAC champion, you got to win that game. It's a conference game off the rip. So miss me with it. Miss me with it. Y'all ain't mentioned not one issue FAMU has. It's FAMU boo party all of. Huh? I just said what FAMU's issue was. I said they don't have a defensive end. Okay, my question is this. And this is my thing. And that's why I have a problem with people who just stay in the chat. Then you tell me what FAMU problem is. You watch the game. Tell me what FAMU's problem was. Since you have all the answers. Rocky, coming to you.
Scotty, I had to call back because these dudes act like they ain't never watched football ever in life, man. At the end of the day, I'll give you this. Let me just give you this. If this weekend your team runs for 230 yards, passes for another 100 and something, goes 7 for 9, your team is going to win. Your team is going to win if they go 7 for 9 for 140. Guess what? That team that ran for 240, 230, passed for 142, went 7 to 9, that team lost. Because guess why they lost? Because they was playing FAMU. They play any other team in HBCU football, they win that game. I guarantee that. Y'all looking at it completely the wrong way. This was game 1. They came in, Norfolk State had no turnovers.
Dog,
the only errors,
they weren't even penalized for a team that ran the ball as much as they did, and they had 1 false start penalty. 1. No holding penalty. They had not 1 holding penalty all game. Rocky, that's crazy.
I'm just trying to get them to look at what Norfolk did. I'm just looking how clean they played the game on game 1. That alone gives you a chance to win every game in HBCU football. That alone. If your team gets 2 penalties that I'm talking about, again, runs for 230 yards, passes for 142, and 7 of 9, no interceptions, and they lose. If your team does that this weekend, they're going to win the game. I don't give a fuck who they playing. Excuse me. I don't give a damn who they playing. But guess what? They won't do. Your team won't do that. Your team is going to go 25, 14 for 25 with 2 interceptions and 1 touchdown. That's what your quarterback is going to do. That's what your team is going to do. They're going to run for 114 yards on about 23 carries. Like, that's what your team is going to do. Nobody's going to have that clean a game and lose this coming week. Nobody is. And if Norfolk State plays any other team in the SWAC, bro, with that level of efficiency, they beat every other team in the SWAC and probably every other team in the MEAC. That's why I'm calling it. I don't think you cheering for FAMU as much as you trying to tell them how games play out when you do what Norfolk and FAMU did.
Especially with no tape. No tape. You had no tape. That's the thing. Like, it's different if you in week 6. I know your tendencies, and I chose not to stop them. You get what I'm saying, Rocky? Like, I know if Norfolk comes into week 7 and they've been doing a certain type of style of play, and I just say, F it, I'm going to do my own thing, and they blow me out running the football, that is bad coaching. But when you're coming into week 1 with no tape, no tendencies, no key players, know who to stop, none of that, and you just got to do it all on the fly, that's difficult, especially going down 14-0 and making the adjustments. I'm not telling you that FAMU's perfect, but what I am telling you is they're not lacking coaching, because that was an excellent master class of coaching to go down 14-0, to make the adjustments, and they averaged 2 yards per carry in the second half.
And Norfolk didn't give them nothing.
Come on, man.
Not a turnover, not nothing. Like I say, man, I don't know how good Norfolk is. Like I say, listening last night, nobody gave him credit. So I was like, okay, maybe whatever. But when I looked at the statistics and I was at the game, now here's the reality. If FAMU doesn't have all that fan support and energy at the game, going 14 down, I don't know if they can pull it out. Because the crowd was FAMU probably 90-10.
Oh, wow.
80-20.
Wow.
Easy. It was a FAMU home game. So if you notice, soon as it got turned around for FAMU, there was no drop-off in energy. There was no drop-off. The players were, the poise they played with, whatever, it was adversity that they were down by 10, but they weren't in a hostile environment. They were in a friendly environment. So they didn't have to overcome anything like that. But like I say, I just liked, what I came out the game was this. One, FAMU got a quarterback. So if he stays healthy, they're going to be a problem, right? If Andrew Body plays the game, Daniel Richardson plays, they beat NCCU.
Easily.
If Miles Crawley plays like Daniel Richardson the whole season, they playing in the SWAC championship.
Easy.
That's what I'm saying. Like in the when you break things down that way, what would your team have done had they had a player play like that or been in those circumstances? That's how you have to think about it. Don't take the jerseys and all that off the team. Take all that off the team because y'all are biased as hell, right? But if you say, hey, my quarterback throws for 280 yards, was 22 of 30, could we win? Would we win? Would I accept that? Would I like? Hell yeah, you take that every time. You don't want FAMU to do it because it's FAMU. But at the end of the day, the boy played great. The boy was, matter of fact, he did something Musa never did the whole time he was playing for FAMU. He was Daniel Richardson was the reason why they won the game.
Thank you.
That was never the situation when Musa was playing. Musa, in my opinion, was never the reason why they won. And in some cases, they won in spite of Musa. But yeah, but I'm just, ain't nobody a FAMU cheerleader or nothing like that, man. At the end of the day, that was a great game. Everybody's trying to discredit. Now that FAMU won, they trying to discredit how good Norfolk played. Don't want to give Norfolk any credit for how good they played when they actually played excellent. They just got beat by a better team. I'm out, Scott.
I appreciate it. Let me go to here because I love this because it just shows me like how unintelligent some people are. So let's break this down because I really want to break this down because do I root for Jackson State to lose? Absolutely. I'm not acting like I don't. I want y'all to lose every game. If you were playing a Pop Warner team, I want you to lose. Last year when JSU beat South Carolina State, you had smoke for them. After winning, you said South Carolina State was ass. Make it make sense. Okay. That was two completely different games. Bama's were running scot-free in those games. Jason Brown had made one pass that went over 15 yards. One pass that went over 15 yards. Everything was 5 yards and below. And once again, I'm going to show you how right I am, Jarrett Lott, right? Who ended up getting benched in the season? Because I told you after week 1, Jason Brown is not that good. And everybody on the JSU bandwagon was telling me I was crazy. I said, Jason Brown's not that good. I didn't see anything special. I didn't see that. Mike arguing me up and down. Tell me who finished the season. Jarrett Lott. Tell me if there was not Jackson State fans calling in talking about Jason Brown is not good. Jarrett Lott. So, no matter what you want to talk about, no matter that I gave you the smoke afterwards, I was right, you were wrong, as always. Because if Jason Brown was that guy, I wouldn't have Jackson State fans calling into my show talking about, man, Scotty, that boy Jason Brown really ain't good. I know we was talking about what would Brown do for you. I want Brown gone. Who said that he was better than Shedeur? Jason Brown ass. So what we talking about? So again, it's a difference if you said I was wrong about Jason Brown. Like if you came on here, it was like, oh, you had smoke for Jason Brown, and Jason Brown ended up leading us to the SWAC title or no. The nigga got benched, taken out the game. He didn't finish the season. So what are we talking about? Exactly. Sit your dumb ass down. Try again. 8572 coming to you.
Hey, what's going on, Scotty?
What's goody?
Man, I'm looking at this chat, man. Man, it's a new season, new players. Man, FAMU played a great game. I'm not discounting Norfolk State that I called during the game because I didn't know what was going to happen. But they made the adjustments. Richardson, man, he's pretty good, man. He did get rattled. He did get flustered. But think about it. Rocky already said it. Man, they was running that ball, man. It was open. I mean, the problem that they may have to work on, linebackers, DN. Well, FAMU came back and they won the game. They showed you what a champion do. If they wasn't a champion, they wouldn't have weathered that storm, man. They would have kept on getting the on-start, kept on getting manhandled. Like you said again about Odom, he liked to run the ball. But I also wanted to like you made some great points. They did kind of open it up, man, and throw that pass. So, I mean, we'll see what Norfolk State do. But for people to get on FAMU and say you hate and you ride, no, man. That champions win games. If you're a champion, you find a way to win a game. Regardless, 1 point, 10 points, 30 points, you find a way to win the game. And what did FAMU did? They found
a way to win the game.
And another thing I want to do before I get off, man, I just want to see the lacerations of Richardson and what he can bring, man, because I know when they take on Alabama State, that's going to be a big game. I know that don't on Fort A&M go down to Jackson and play this year.
Yeah.
I want to see what he do down there in that hostile environment. But, man, everything you said on the scouting report about him, he throw a catchable ball, and he processed information. If you notice, he never hung on the ball long. He got rid of it. He wasn't going to take no bunch of sacks.
Thank you.
He hurried up and got the ball to where he needed to go. So I listen to the rest, man. Have a great show.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Let me say this, right? Because I want to be very clear. My issue is this, is that I'm not championing Daniel Richardson as, oh my God, he's Shedeur Sanders, or oh my God, he's a kill glass. I'm not even champion Daniel Richardson like that, and I'm rooting for FAMU to win. All I have ever said, and please, anybody who is not objective, who is not biased, all I have ever said about Daniel Richardson is what? He's an improvement over Musa. That's it. That's all I ever said. He's an improvement over Musa. If Musa is a B-, Daniel's a B+ to an A. That's it. I'm not saying he's all world. I'm not saying he's going to light the SWAC on fire. All I'm saying is this. A, he's better than Jason Brown, right? He's better than Jason Brown. And 2, he's better than Musa. Simple. Hey, Nick, coming to you.
Hey.
What's up, Nick?
Right.
Talk to me.
So, I just want you to know I agree slightly. I do agree slightly. I don't feel like it's like a great leap over Moose, because I love Moose. Moose was a really good quarterback for us, but I do think he provides a more of an improviser aspect to it. And I feel like the type of football he played before this kind of helped too, with like the take on him possibly being better than Musa, because I do agree with that. I feel like he's a better fit for this offense than Musa was, and I feel like he'll be able to showcase him more. And a lot of people was trying to be on him, like a lot of people I talked to about the game, they was trying to be on him about the earlier on part of the game, like he's not a new quarterback and a new team and a new whole like atmosphere.
Right.
Like once he got comfortable, it wasn't really nothing that they sent at him that he didn't handle well. And this is the best first game performance by a quarterback we've had since like Ryan Stanley. So I think bro I like that. You feel me? I don't think he's Shedeur. I think Shedeur was the best HBCU quarterback in the past couple years, honestly. I don't think he's Devontae Kincaid. I don't think he's one of those guys right now. Like, now what happens later on in the year, I know he's good at big time football. I ain't gonna cap. I know that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like this week will show a lot. I feel like if people aren't sold on him, like right now, I feel like this home game, because everybody stressing South Carolina State has a chance of like dubbing us, but I really feel like we just showed that we have offense. Like the shaky side of the game this week was our front seven.
Yep.
And we did lose a lot of people. We lost a lot of people in that. And we had a kid playing out of position at corner. So, I mean, yeah, you saw what happened. Like we were nicked up. I know they were nicked up in the DB room. So we had to do what they usually play slot corner for us out wide in the field. I just want people to know that is a very big difference than having to cover from curl flat to hook to run fit to having to guard a man running full speed at you with 20 yards of grass. So, I mean, we found out. I think we found our second linebacker, because I feel like Eric Horn is stamped.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Yeah, no, he legit.
I feel like he's stamped.
He legit.
And I just want everybody to know, Eric could have started the last 2 years, but he was battling injuries. Like, he could have started for us. His first year he came here, he had a bad labrum injury, and he ended up getting a knee injury down the line, and his shoulder was still messing with him. But he ended up getting surgery, so surgery takes time. I want everybody to know that is the hardest hitter I've seen at FAMU. Over Marquise Bell. Because I've been to FAMU. Woo! Yeah, but he's a linebacker, though, so I would expect him to hit harder. But
Facts.
Yeah, over Bell for sure. Look, I promise, like, you can go back and check the tape of Iowa State. He was putting dudes on their behind in the Big 12. The front seven, I'm still shaky with it. I like Ash and Allen. I don't know about everybody else out there, but I like Nayron Jenkins, number 45, the linebacker. He came in and made plays.
Is he a walk-on? Somebody said y'all was playing walk-ons.
Nayron Jenkins is a walk-on. That's why I really like him.
Yeah.
I was a walk-on. I like Nayron Jenkins. Look, man, you're gonna play the best. We not gonna. That title stuff don't mean that. Look, I bet he's not a walk-on after this year. He might not be a walk-on. He might not be a walk-on after this week, the way we really do it back in the day. Like, shoot, we got good running backs. If Wu doesn't fumble, Wu has a way better game. You know, they started both summers.
I like that Franklin kid. That Franklin kid.
That Franklin?
Woo!
He went to Miami.
That Bama big. No, did he?
Oh, yeah. I think he's bigger than Jennings was. I think he's bigger than Rel was.
Whoo! And he's smooth, too. Like, yeah, I like that kid. I like that kid a lot.
he's a smooth runner. I want everybody to know. I knew Jamari Gassett was going to be 5 this year. I mean, he played a great role for us last year, and we lost our top 4 pass catchers last year.
Wow.
So I knew he was gonna. I knew he was going to. Look, Bullet, Riley's gone, Kamari's gone, Sharee's gone, I'm gone. Those are the 4 top pass catchers. All 4 of us are gone. The leading rusher's gone, and the starting quarterback's gone. And I'm telling you, their offense may be better than our offense last. Well, no, not maybe. I think their offense is going to be better just not because of who the quarterback is, but the playing style of the quarterback.
Yeah.
I feel like he's better because of his playing style. Honestly, like, he can run the RPO. Like, Moose can pull it and throw it, and I don't think Moose can run the ball. You know, I just played with him for 2 years. I watched him for 2 years. He was my starting quarterback last year. He's a pocket passer.
Yeah.
But we have an offense. When you have short, fast, twitchy receivers, you're not a downfield offense. You know, you're an RPO offense. Throw the bang, throw the crosser, get your little guys the ball in the
and let them do their thing.
And let them do their thing. You know, that's the type of offense we are. And I feel like it's gonna show more. The O-line looked amazing. Like, what can people say now? We used to always try to say something about the O-line. 0 sacks given up. Like, what can you say? And I think another reason people used to talk about the O-line, we had an O-line that possibly blocks better for RPOs. But we were sitting back doing drop back throws a lot. You know, Joe Henry, big step up on the offense, big air. And I don't think anybody gonna give him his flowers right now. But big step up, he answered whenever he had to answer with elite play calling.
Hey, listen, that second half was night and day from the first half. Second half was night and day.
I'm telling you, man, they just had to get. It's a new. Y'all gotta understand. It's a completely new culture. They're gonna call plays different on offense and defense, and players are used to one way in live gameplay, so they had to get adjusted to it. Like, it's a new OC, it's a new DC, it's a new quarterback, it's all new starting receivers. The O-line played flawless all game. You saw that. The receivers got comfortable, started playing flawless football. Quarterback played like a veteran all game. Running backs played well at spotty, and at late in the game,
they closed it out. Yeah, they closed it out.
Defense was spotty in the beginning of the game, and I talked to a dude. He said they were setting the front wrong. They were on the TV talking about they were twisting. We weren't twisting. We've never been a team that run all these stunts and all this and that. Like, we line up and play sound football. The front was being set wrong. If you know football, you could tell. You never want to leave a B gap uncovered. So the front was, whenever they went in, adjusted, they saw it from the box. They said, y'all are messing up. Y'all are setting the front wrong. Got it communicated. And I think they didn't even have 100 rushing yards in the second half. Like, they snapped off big plays. They didn't really do nothing super consistent besides the 2 drives to me. Like, they hit 2 third down bombs on a dude that's used to covering within 15 yards. You know, that's different. That's a different feeling. We got 2 new safeties back there. Deco played some last year. He's coming in this year with high expectations. They wasn't really getting nothing on Kendall. Like, I mean, I don't know what.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Nick. I made a point. I want you to use your opinion on this, and I gotta let you go. I got another caller, but I want to get your opinion on this. I feel like the strength of your team is the tight ends. That tight end room is crazy.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy.
Deep. It's deep. Look. There's no, like, every one of our, all 3 of our tight ends could start at anywhere other school that we play on the schedule this year, besides maybe the Power 5s. And dare I say, they could start there too. But I know for a fact, South Carolina State, all of our tight ends could start there. All of our tight ends could start in Jackson. All of them could start at, like, anywhere you go. The kid from Pitt is amazing in the run blocking game. And he can catch and get vertical. Y'all see Kobe Gross. Like, y'all have seen him over the past 2 years, like, make plays whenever Kamari was tired. He literally just hurdled over a dude, tightrope the side.
That was crazy.
And everybody knows about JP. So when we come out there with 3 tight ends, don't think it's just a run play. Like, we have real deal athletes. We have guys. Them dudes know how to recruit. Like, they don't understand. They don't understand that good teams and championship programs just reload. We were a championship program every year I've been there, minus a couple games. We lost every year off 1 game or max 2 games. Like, and we probably would have won the championship each year. Like, what? But all right, Scotty.
Hey, appreciate it, Nick. Appreciate it, Nick.
No problem.
Hey, that's Nick Dixon, former wide receiver, Celebration Bowl champion of the Florida A&M. Dion, coming to you.
What's the deal, Scotty?
Talk to me.
I don't know, man. Hey, I don't know if you said it because I'm catching the tail end and just got off work. Man, I don't know if anybody really paid attention to how well FAMU, that last 6 minutes of the game, how well that offense just ran and played keep away. You know, and hey, you know I'm a Jack State fan.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, the more I go back and watch that game, I'm not saying that I'm technically worried or nothing like that, because I still think it's JSU by 40. You know, hey, that's just the way we roll. I'm just saying, man, everybody's thinking it was going to be the high-powered Willie. What'd you say, Willie Gone Willie offense?
Willie Gone Willie.
And it really was. It really was a well-oiled machine, I think, in the second half. Now, the first half, boy, I couldn't wait till you go live today.
See?
Because I was 14 man, I was going to make a T-shirt and send it to you and everything, brother. But I just want your just feedback, man. What do you think as far as Jackson State and Alabama State? I mean, I guess we'll know more after this week, but do you think that they can actually match up with them right now? Because I'm gonna tell you, man, if those running backs don't fumble, it's a different game.
It's a different game.
You got to give kudos to Norfolk too, man. Because I'm gonna tell you, I'm like you. If the running back is getting me down the field, there's no way in hell that quarterback gonna do that play right there to go up for the 2-point conversion. But hey, man, I'm out of here, man. I just want your feedback. Just kind of tell me what you feel about as far as the East. Is you still thinking is, I mean, I know you think it's going to run through FAM, but what would be the keys to victory for anybody in the East right now if they had to play FAM tonight to kind of get over to win that ball game? And oh, by the way, JSU by phone.
Oh, Lord have mercy. All right, D, appreciate the call, man. I'm going to answer your question. Let me say this. If I was playing FAMU tomorrow, right, if I was playing FAMU tomorrow, the reason it's difficult is because they're balanced, right? So you gotta want to take something away. And me personally, I always believe in taking a runaway, because if you can run, you can deflate a whole team, right? So you got to take the runaway. You gotta keep them in third and long situations, because once again, I believe Daniel Richardson isn't the best down the field passer. So anything like 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10, so you probably gonna need about 12 to 15, right? Like to get it over. That's where you want to listen. With FAMU, you just got to keep everything in front of you and make tackles. You got to keep everything in front of you and make tackles, right? Defensively, I would do the same thing Norfolk did. I'm going to run at you. You got to show me you can stop the run. Until you can show me you can stop the run, yeah, I know what you did in the second half, but the first half is not – I just didn't forget that, right? I didn't just forget the first half of football where you got ran down. So I'm going to try to see if I can run it down and throw it again, right? This is the issue with asking me what Jackson and Alabama State can do, because we haven't seen them. So we don't know what they're going to look like, right? Let me tell you this. I don't want to put it past Jacobian. I don't think another quarterback in the SWAC throws for over 250. Outside of Jacobian. I think Jacobian might go for 250. I really do. I think Jacobian Morgan might go for 250. No other quarterback in the SWAC in the game one, to me, might go over 250. Let me see who Grambling play. Let me see who Grambling play. Yeah. I don't think anybody else going over 250. That's just me personally. Grambling got the Raging Cajuns. I don't think nobody else goes for over 250. I think Jacobian might. I don't know what ULM is bringing, but I think Jacobian might, right? I can see Jacobian going for about 270 to 260, maybe even 300. I really do, because I think they're going to put a lot on them this year. But I don't think anybody else is going to go over 250, right? I don't think Andrew's going to throw over 250. I don't think Miles is going to throw over 250. I think Cooley might. Cooley might against Texas Southern. I think Cooley might. I think PV can go over 250. Yeah, I can see Cooley going over 250 against Texas Southern. I think that might be possible. So out of all the quarterbacks in the SWAC, I think you might get 2-3 guys that go over 250. It might be Cooley, and it's not because Cooley's good. It's because Anthony Wheaton likes to throw the ball. So I can see him having the volume, right? He might throw it 20 to 30 times. Realistically, you would hope that he comes out with 250 yards. I don't think Andrew's going to get the volume of throws. I think he's going to be in that 15 to 20 range. And unless it's big plays, I don't know if he's going to get over 250, right? So those are my thing. I think Jacobian is going to go over 250. Of course, Daniel went over 250. And I think Miles is on that cusp. He might go for 190, 210 or something like that, right? I think it might be there. So that's where I think that might be. FAMU KJ, coming to you.
Hey, what's up, Scotty?
What's up?
All right, man. Hey, I was just calling. I was listening to Nick talk about Horn and a good player, but what you'll find on that long run, that was on him. Bad fit. He went C gap, and he should have gone B gap, and they took him out of the game after that. I think he didn't come back in until the third quarter, and he came in like a bat out of hell, man. He was hitting everything. And matter of fact, sometimes he was filling with pulling guards and taking them out and stuffing the run. So he did a good job, didn't pout, got back in there and did his job. Let me say this also. When you saw what started to pick up, I think that was the mid to late third quarter, right before Wu had that fumble. The key change was we put Mike Marshall. He was a kid that started last year at guard for us and got injured in the USF game and has been out ever since. He got in there around that time, and you saw everything change. You saw, matter of fact, they started running behind him more because what you saw, he was able to chip and then move to the next level that was doing a lot more than the other guy that was in there. So I'm looking for him to be probably in the starting lineup now because you saw him getting on the next level and staying on him. And then you started seeing a man from Miami cut off that block and was getting upfield. So that's a huge change. I would also say this much. I hope that we were a little bit concerned about the kicking game. Looked excellent. So because we were hearing reports that we were missing field goals throughout practice, and so the kid did well and also was booming the ball in the kickoff. So that looked good. So again, I've always been a guy who's always been on special teams. I always feel that can always flip a game, especially in games like this. And I hope we stay on top of that, man. So, again, I look for another tough game against South Carolina State. Again, we don't have film, don't really know what they're doing, so it's going to take a time for us to figure out what they're running. And I'm pretty sure Bears going to probably say, hey, until they can show they can stop it, we go run this misdirection on them. Until they show it, then we'll see what happens. I understand it's supposed to have a pretty good offensive line also. So, again,
yeah, I think they got 4 returning starters.
Okay, yeah. So that's and that's good, man. We need to get this challenge. I don't think the SWAC will play this type of ball. I don't see anybody really and that's why our defense is a 4-2-5 because of the passing a little bit more in the SWAC compared to the MEAC. But we'll see how it plays out. Hopefully, no injuries, and we'll do well, man.
All right, no problem, man. Appreciate the call, FAMU KJ.
All right, appreciate it,
man.
All right.
Let me say this, and I'm going to say this, and like I said, call-outs are open, 518-263-8124, 518-263-8124 if you guys want to call in, taking calls. My only pushback, again, I think Jack State's going to lose to ULM, right? And let's be very clear. The way that Mr. Emotional and Zoe have been talking about ULM and how bad ULM is, to me, if you lose that game, it's an indictment on your team. And people are like, oh, Scotty, here you go. No, but listen, Zoe pretty much called ULM a JUCO. He said it's a Mississippi JUCO. He said we should beat ULM. So that tells me that you're the favorite. I'm going by what your own pundits That's what your pundits are saying. Your pundits are saying that ULM is a JUCO, that ULM is that bad. So if you beat them, congratulations. You beat a JUCO. If you lose, this is what happens with narratives. I want to feed you the narrative because when you lose, I'm not going to let you get off this narrative. You're telling me they're a Mississippi JUCO. If you lose to a Mississippi JUCO, what does that say about your team? Because what I don't want to hear is this. Oh, they're still FBS though, Scotty. That's not what you've been saying all year. That's not what you've been saying leading up to the game. You've been telling me they're a Mississippi JUCO. Look at their players. Everybody's come from JUCO. JUCO this, JUCO that, JUCO this, JUCO that. Oh, okay, cool. Then beat the JUCO. Beat the FBS JUCO. That's all I'm saying. Don't come back here on this platform licking your wounds talking about, well, Scotty, they were FBS. I don't even want to hear it. I'm about to do you like a black parent. Save it. Don't even want to hear it. I'm about to give you this work. Mr. Mississippi JUCO. Mr. We should beat ULM. And listen, if you beat ULM, I would say, hey, great FBS win. You beat a Mississippi JUCO. That's what happens when you set the narrative up the way that you're setting it up to be. It's not anything I'm pushing. It's what your own pundits are pushing. Right? Who you guys go to the mass meetings and lock eyes with, right? In worship. That's what y'all do. So I'm just going by off their narrative of that. This is a Mississippi JUCO. So y'all should be the Mississippi JUCO. Now, what all I'm curious to see is just how the game is played out. And this is why people are saying, no, they don't think Jacoby Morgan. The reason that I think Jacoby Morgan is going to go over 200 yards is because I think ULM is going to get up early and they're going to need Jacoby Morgan to throw the ball. Simple. That's just how I feel about that. Very, very, very plain and simple. I think they're going to go up early. Might be like 14-7, 17-7, 21-7, 21-10, something like that. And you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in the game. And Jacoby Morgan is going to have a whole bunch of yards and a whole bunch of stats, which isn't wrong with that, but that's how I think he's going to throw over the situation. I think it's going to be a little different for NCCU and Alabama State. I think that game is going to be a little bit more in the trenches. I think it's going to be, once again, it's going to be a fill-out game, right? What coach makes the better? Listen, God be with me right here. No team is going to win the OBC in the first half. I'm just telling you what I feel. No team is going to win the game in the first half. The game is going to be won after the second half, realistically, right? Like, because you got to play the second half to win the game. But what I'm saying is the second half adjustments are where you're going to see the money be made. And I'm going to do a film breakdown on Andrew Body and Walker Harris so you guys can see the quarterbacks that are coming into this game. The quarterbacks that are coming into this game and what the situation is. Said I have not had a PV take. Listen, I don't think you guys are going to lose to Texas Southern. I think the only thing that I'm doing in week 1 is taking notes. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm going to do. Now, if you lose to Texas Southern, am I going to be ecstatic? Absolutely. I don't think you're going to lose to Texas Southern. I wouldn't pick you guys to lose to Texas Southern, but if you do, it's a great day. It's a great day, right? But all I'm here to do is take notes of what it looks like, what the offense looks like what every other coach is going to do. We're taking notes. That's it. Simply just taking notes. Okay, you like to do this, you're doing this, you're doing that. Same thing with Jackson State. Okay, y'all do it. Okay. Same thing with Alabama State. I'm just taking notes. Just taking notes to see what it's all going to look like because you finally got to put something on tape. Everybody's talking real big and slick because they didn't watch FAMU play and they won their game. So now it's on you, week 1. What you going to do, Papa Doc? What you going to do? And I'll say this. I think it would be really bad. It would be really bad if Texas Southern beat PV without Andrew Body. I think that would be bad for Andrew, and I think that would be bad for PV. That's all I'm going to say. If Jace goes and beats Texas Southern, beats PV, yikes. That's a bad look. Oh, I know. The guy who hasn't played one down in college football, yeah, I know. The guy who's never thrown a pass, the guy that has like a total of 6 snaps in college football, yeah, I know. But Lionel ain't gonna tell you that. He'll dick ride everything else, but he won't tell you that the quarterback that is starting at PV has had 6 snaps in his entire career. The Bama at FAMU got over 7,000 yards in the FBS. The quarterback that's starting for PV has had 6 snaps in his lifetime. He won't tell you that, though.
These niggas prayed on my downfall.
Like what?
These niggas prayed on my downfall. On Nord 10, bitch, I stood tall.
That's who but they got something to say about everybody else. They got something to say about, you know what? Let's look up Lucas Cooley's stats, shall we? Since PV fans are in here. Let's see. Let me see something real quick. Let me see something real quick. How do I? Here we go. Darn it. As a sophomore, Lucas Cooley, right? Appeared in 1 game, played 3 snaps. They put the Bama on punt return.
Oh, goddamn.
And this is the guy Bama's supposed to be worried about?
Oh, goddamn.
I'm petty. I'm petty. I'm petty. I'm petty.
Worry about, see, you're worrying about the wrong thing. I need you to figure out your excuses when your guy, who's only appeared in 3 games, was on a quarterback on punt return. Where do they do that at? What quarterback is on punt return? The nigga not getting in the game. The nigga not getting in the game. That's who's on punt return. Get the fuck out of here, man. This is what y'all. What? Oh, in Cooley we trust. Come on, man. What are we talking about? What are we talking about, man? You know what I'm saying? What are we talking about? This. My. Keep talking, PV. Keep talking. Keep talking.
You can't stop the rain.
Whoa, boy, because when y'all Bama start losing, maybe it's them 3 games he appeared in. He said you got to start somewhere. On punt return. back his own punt return.
Oh, goddamn.
Oh, man. But we'll see what he look like. We'll see what he look like. We'll see what he look like. We will see what he looks like. Let's see if Lucas Cooley goes for 280 and 3 touchdowns with no interceptions. Punt return. Anyway, let's get back to the main thing because y'all, I'm not going to confirm, but maybe be disciplined. Let me see, 6 total.
Oh, goddamn.
My point exactly. All right, listen, guys, I'm about to get up out of here. Listen, until next time, man, I didn't. Oh, you didn't. What did you? What you didn't know? Yeah. 6. Yeah, he was a starting on punt return. You didn't know that? That means you're not following PV versus everybody. That's who they recruiting. Ben was with 3 appearances, starting at left back punt return, quarterback Lucas Cooley.
Oh, goddamn.
He the dude that go like this before the. He the man when they go like this before they snap the ball. Oh, but what I got?
I got time today. I got time today. I got time. I got time. I got time today. I got time today. I got time today. I got time. I got time. I got time today.
I got time today. I got time. Damn. Blue 42.
I got time today. I got time today. I got time. I got time. I got time today. I got time. I got time. I got time.
He be like, hey, mama, you see me? Mama, you see me? I'm the dude that go like this before the snap. Yeah, man, stop it.
I got time today. I got time today. I got time. I got time. I got time.
Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Boy, he could be good, though. He could be good. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? He probably got some potential. I'm just saying. Listen, I'm not saying he going to be ass. I'm not saying that. So I don't want y'all to clip the video like I'm saying he going to be bad. All I'm saying is this. It's real funny to me how PV fans can talk about FAMU quarterback. He got 7,000 yards on the FBS level. Your guy was the front back left punter behind the center like this. Yeah, I got this. Played 3 snaps versus Cincinnati on punt return. I'm sorry, he wasn't even on punt kickoff. He on punt return. He the one setting up the wall. Appeared in 1 game as a sophomore. He went 2 for 2. He went 2 for 2 for 7 yards against South Florida. Wow. Oh, wow. He's tearing up the stat sheet. He's killing them. Oh, my God. Now, you're telling me FAMU can't brag about a guy coming from FBS with over 7,000 yards. But you're telling me PV fans can get excited about a guy who went 2 for 2 for 7 yards at South Florida? Let's see what Daniel Richardson did against South Florida, shall we? Let's check those stats out. Let me get those ready for you guys. See what Daniel Rich did against, Daniel. Let me see. FAU. Statistics. Let me see. Daniel Richardson versus Youssef. Let me look this up. Can't find it. But I know it's more than y'all. I know it's more than y'all. So, we'll just leave it at that. Let me see. FAU versus Youssef, 2003. What that say? What that say? Yikes. What that say? What that? Oh, man, I can't even. What that? Oh, Jesus. Hold up. Good Lord. Night Out. Jesus Christ. Jimmy Cricket. Whew. Is that what I think that says? Does that say what I think it says? Let's go look at the stats, shall we? That don't look like 2 for 2 for 7 yards. It's levels to this. And PV's going to understand it. It's levels to this. All right, listen. Until next time, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to holler. God bless.